All right. All right. All right. We're here. We're going to get after it. Bit of a lazy day, or a bit of a busy week. Not really lazy, but busy. We've been so busy, in fact, that yesterday we had to move everything. So we're going to have to do today is going to be our leg day. And then tomorrow is going to be our, we're going to do both fasted cardio and start our upper body thing again. So we're just kind of slowly. And some motion in our hips here. But yeah, we're going to just kind of slowly keep working at it. Take it a little easy today and just try to get some good leg work in. We'll go from there. Hope everybody's doing all right. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay, we're gonna put so it feels all right for the most part. Just gonna get our heels up here. All right. It's a little bit of a more narrow squat to start out. It's been a crazy week with work wise, so we're just trying to get after it. All right. So not a bad warm set, but feeling good. Hennessy, what's going on? You weigh 105 at 10 years old. Oh my God. 10 years old. How are you on here chatting? Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Please drop a subscribe. We're trying to grow. We're trying to hit 200 by end of May. My brother back to you live after a week. Yeah. Good to see you, XE. Thanks for being here. I was doing pretty good. I missed yesterday. I've had a really busy couple weeks of work. And yesterday was just insane. And on the dad front, my daughter, my oldest, was having a bit of a meltdown. So had to not stream yesterday, spend some time with her, make sure she's okay. She was I don't know if she had a rough day at school or what, but when she came home, she just couldn't get herself together. She was just losing it. So I just laid down with her and gave her a cuddle and tried to make her feel a bit better, right? So today everything's back to normal. So yesterday I'll use as my rest day. Today will be legs, and then family first always, exactly. And then tomorrow, your dad leg press 1,080 pounds. Good for him, man. That's really good. What's going on, Diana? Thanks for being here. And we did cross the 150 mark, guys. We're over 160 now. Still working towards that 200 by the end of May, hopefully. And yeah, we'll just keep working at it. 1,080 pounds, Hennessy. That's some good weight. Good for him. Yeah, so we're gonna keep working at it. The big girl feels much better today, which is good. And yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging away. How's everybody's? What is it? Thursday, Wednesday going today? Easter week. We're going up a little bit in weight here. We're only going for about 8 to 10 reps here. Really focusing on the slow and controlled. Started working good food and staying in deficit about 5 pounds in a week. Nice. Great job, Exy. That's awesome. Omar, what's going on? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, that's exactly what you should do, man. Is just Exy, you're doing a good job. That's exactly it. Just work on having good food as the majority of your diet, and getting some workouts in. Doesn't have to be crazy. It just could be some steps, a little bit of weightlifting, and before you know it, man, it accumulates, right? Like you get 5 pounds one week. Some weeks you might only get 1 or 2. But like when I lost the 80 last year, that's all it was just continually having nice deficit, good healthy food, getting some walks in, some workouts, some extra steps. And before you know it, that 5 adds up and you're like 80 pounds down, feeling good. Yeah, man, I'm proud of you. That's good. Mito, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. What's that under your feet and why? So this is I'll pick them up. Just blocks. And you can see you can basically choose the angle at which you can make for your feet. Basic reason is I have very poor mobility in my ankles from years of abuse through football and rugby. So I have poor ankle mobility. So when I squat with my feet flat, I get a whole bunch of butt wing, which means basically like, I don't know if you can see my hips, they basically turn over and tuck under as I get lower to try to make up for the lack of flexibility in my ankles. And that just leads to like lower back discomfort, injury. And you actually like deload your quads, right? So you're not focusing on your quads and glutes as much with the load, which is kind of the point of why I'm doing the exercise. Hey, Omar. So yeah, that's the point of them. That's why I have them. And thanks, buddy. I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, that's why I have them. So it helps me maintain the angle for my ankle. keeps the weight working on my quad strength and glute strength. And yeah, ends up with less lower back pain and discomfort, which is always a positive, right? So take a little extra minute here. We're gonna go back into our next set of squats. 4 sets today. We're gonna go up again a little more. Actually, you know what? We might actually, no, we'll stay with that for today. Back in a minute. Awesome. Thanks. I want to see you in a minute. Like the t-shirt. Thank you. The new Superman symbol. I don't know. I'm on the fence about how I feel about the new soup symbol, but I like it. I like it enough. I don't know. I hope the suit like develops as they do more movies and stuff into something, but it matches what's his name's aesthetic. James Gunn's aesthetic for sure. So, yeah, I'm not one of those people that gets all bent out of shape when it's like, oh, it's not the same as the classic and stuff like that, even though I've been a fan forever. But also, I'm not someone who's like, oh, it has to change either. Like, I don't know. I really like the new movie, though. I thought it was very well made. Actually, I haven't watched that in a while. I should put it on again, maybe later. Yeah, so I'm excited for Supergirl. It's coming out soon, so hopefully the movie keeps getting deeper and deeper as they build the universe, which I'm sure it will. A little bit of catching my breath here. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys. We're growing still pretty steadily. As I mentioned, we hit 161 subscribers. So, hey, Omar, welcome back. So yeah, we hit over the 150, which was kind of my target for going into April. So that leaves us 2 months to kind of gain 50 subscribers and hopefully get to 2. How important is it for someone? Workouts at the same time? No, it doesn't really matter. So that would be one of those social media things. Kind of noise. Whenever you can get it in is the best time where it's not creating stress. So kind of my issue, basically stress and cortisol is the one thing you want to stay away from when it comes to that stuff. So the reason they're saying that, and when they point to a lot of the studies, that it's all centered around stress, right? So if you have a window that you can consistently do, it's great. If you do have the same time every day, it's great. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. So if you can do 4 o'clock today and maybe 12 noon tomorrow without feeling stressed out about getting it in, that's the best time for you. Just try to get it in as regular as you can. And then if you have a day like yesterday, right, my schedule is usually to train what I'm doing today yesterday, and then today would be my off day with cardio in the morning. But family's got to come first, like you said. And I know if I didn't spend that time with my daughter and just let her have a meltdown, I would have been more stressed getting the workout in, worrying about her and how well she's doing, right? So I'd rather just not spike my cortisol by freaking out about it. I just took the day, spent time with her. She felt better. We had good cuddles. It was a good bonding moment. And then today I'll just do my day I would have done yesterday anyway. And then I'll make sure tomorrow, which would normally just be my weights, I'll do my early morning fasted cardio and my weights in the afternoon. And then by the end of the week, I'll have the same number of workouts, same amount of calories out. Everything will be the same. Just the days I did it on is different. And that's fine. No big deal. I have done plank. I used to do plank quite a bit, 3 times a week. But this phase of training, 3 times a week. Cabin, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Please drop a subscribe, guys, if you're new. Please subscribe, like, comment. Helps me out a ton. Again, we're trying to get to that 200 number. We are over 160 now. Yeah, Omar, I do plank. When I'm doing my cutting for fat loss, which is starting next week. Well, not next week, 2 weeks from now. Understood. Thanks. Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks, Robin. I appreciate that. Trying to get there. We're gonna do our last set, Omar, and I'll go back to that thought around plank. But yeah, in 2 weeks when I start my cut for the summer, you will see me do some planks and some side planks for core. One more. All right, catching our breath. Gonna get that 200 subs. I hope so, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And we're slowly making our way there, right? So I think so too. Feel pretty good about it. Yeah, on that front, Omar, we were talking about planks. When I'm cutting and I'm trying to get my abs to stick out a little more, I'll keep the 2 times a week doing weighted abs, and then another 2 to 3 times a week, I'll just do kind of basic core movements. So like the typical stuff you see, like the crunches, reverse crunches, planks, side planks, to keep the stomach like taut and a little bit of extra calorie burn, right? All right. So that was our 4 working sets of squats, 5 sets in total. So if you're just joining, sorry, squats always kicks my butt, so I'm just trying to catch my breath. Yeah, basically we did a warm-up set and then 4 working sets. Now we're going to move on to seated leg curl next. And we'll come back here for split squats. This is, again, one of my favorite exercises. On my favorite machine that my lovely wife got for me for Christmas. But all right, take it easy, Exy. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on again early morning cardio and upper body. So you'll have 2 chances to see me tomorrow. Again, guys, everything's kind of the same here. We're doing 8 streams a week, basically. So if you guys are new here and I'm asking you to drop a subscribe, you can catch me streaming 8 days a week or 8 times a week. Basically, we have 5 lifts and 3 fasted cardio sessions every week. This is our last week of this program, this 18-week program for mass gain. And now we're going to start cutting. Next week is a deload week, which is really fun. If you guys get the chance to be there to see it, it's kind of an easy, lazy week, so to speak. And then, then we basically go right into our cutting. If you guys have any questions, please drop them in the chat there. We mentioned we're going to film a day in the life video coming up this weekend. All right, that's 15. Not bad. Starts checking my work stuff here. How many minutes have you done plank? So plank, the most I've done on plank is about, I think, minute and a half. I typically just don't hold it for that much longer than that. Because if I can plank a minute and a half and there's like potential to hold it longer, then I'm not really trying hard enough, is the way I think about it. Yeah, so out of breath. Yeah, it's the way I think about it. So if I can hold it a minute and a half, I'm not trying hard enough. So I got to do something like either moving my arms further out, maybe moving to more like dragon flags or whatever they're called, candlesticks, any number of different ab exercises that are harder than a plank. Because I don't think there's much of a point for that kind of level of endurance of the deep ab muscles. If you're able to hold a minute pretty steady and pretty tight, pretty long, that's good enough. I think majority of the focus should be on trying to strengthen that top layer rectus abs and grow them thicker so they can stick out more when your body fat is low enough. Or at least that's my take, right? I'm sure not everybody shares that same take. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having the endurance to hold a plank for like 5 minutes. It's amazing. Just I know I prefer to enjoy my ab workouts and stuff, and I know if I'm holding it for like in excess of like 1 to 2 minutes, I just end up not really liking doing it that much. Oh. Thanks. Two more. Whoa. Oh, God. Oh. Good wait for a good break. Omar, take it easy, buddy. Have a good one. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Again, I'll be on tomorrow, early morning for cardio, And then afternoon for upper body push day. Oh, but I appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me. You guys, please, if you're new, please drop a subscribe and a like. Let's keep growing together. I'm like getting out of breath here. Just gonna take an extra minute here. Go for our last set. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hope you guys had a good Wednesday. I hope you guys get to get after your workouts today. Just catching your breath a little bit here. And then we're going to move on to just stationary lunges. And then, stationary lunges, leg extension, and then calf raises. And that's basically our day. Nothing too crazy, just a typical strength day for lower body, for legs. And then we're going to move on to the next day. We got Boom Blast. What's going on? Yeah, buddy. Thanks for being here. If you guys are new and you haven't already, please drop a subscribe. Helps me out tremendously. We're trying to hit that 200 by late May. Appreciate you guys. Got a good community here. This is our last round of leg curl. We're at about 90 pound leg curl. Good, slow, controlled eccentrics. Again, we'll be here 5:30 tomorrow morning Eastern time for our fasted cardio. If you guys can join, we'd love to see you there. Oh, my hamstring's super tight on this left side. Two more. One more. That's it. Hamstrings are cooked in all the best ways. Oh, yeah, appreciate you guys all being here. Oh, hamstrings are toast. So yeah, we're going to move on to our stationary lunges. A little bit of weight here. Nothing crazy. But yeah, if you guys can make it tomorrow, we're here again. If you are new, so you know how it goes. We do 5 days a week our lifts, 3 days a week our fasted cardio or early morning cardio, get our steps in. And we just keep it on repeat. This is our 18th week of this current program. Finishes after this week, and we have a 1 week deload week. We're going to keep the number of workouts the same. You guys are just going to see it's kind of a little bit less weight, a little more form focus, just to kind of let the body's joint have a little bit of a rest. And then we go into our cutting phase right after. And that'll start not next week, but the week after. And I will actually be on the road, so you'll see me at a bunch of hotel gyms doing my workouts. So I'm going to start with 65 here. Stationary lunges. Pretty basic. Just going to have a big, wide hip width stance, similar to the way we do squats. Shift one forward, one leg back. One more. Same thing, switch feet. And that's basically it. We're going to keep going. So have a great workout. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate you. Lots of love. Appreciate you being here and showing up for me. It means a lot to me. I cannot describe. Oh, I feel like I pulled my hamstring a little bit. But yeah, thank you for being here, guys. I'm very fortunate. I got some friends and family. We're on all the time. Really good community. That's why I say if you guys are new, please join. Please subscribe. And let's hit this 200 together and keep growing. Oh, man. Legs are feeling beat up already. Yeah, how's everybody doing for Wednesday? Everybody doing all right? I'd like to hear from you guys what's going on in your world. So I'm just going to try to get this set up for leg extension next. I mention all the time how this leg curl leg extension is like my favorite machine. It's just so useful. Able to do like pretty much anything on it. I need to see my athletic therapist, man. This hamstring and lower back on my left side is just killing me. I go through like phases where like I'm good for a little bit and then it gets tight. That's why I've been doing the deload weeks a lot. You guys see them basically every 8 weeks or so. I do the deload week just to give my joints like a break because this hip on this one side, I don't know if it's because of my age or whatever, or because I've beat myself up for so long that I just keep getting this like strain on my left side. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. So that's why the deload weeks come in to just kind of keep me active, keep me lean, but also keep me healthy and from having any serious kind of injury. So 12. So that didn't feel too bad. So maybe if I give it enough time, it'll just heal up. So 12. We got one more round there. And then we go on to our extensions. But all in all, considering we've managed to stay changing, growing, and losing body fat over the course of the 18 weeks, which is kind of all you need, right? So to be able to still get decent results week to week in your 40s is, I don't know, I like to think it's pretty impressive. And yeah, we're going to keep with it. Sorry, guys, I get crushed on leg days. I get so out of breath, but man, it's worth it though. If you can catch your breath here, you only want to wait about 2.5-ish minutes, 3 minutes as a maximum. Legs are feeling wobbly. But guys, again, I know I always say how much I appreciate you guys subscribing and liking and showing up for the workouts. If you guys could please share anybody in your life you think would be interested, who's got a health and fitness interest, or even if they just want to see a moderately weird looking guy lifting some weights and just talking his face off, please share the channel with them. I would appreciate it very, very much. That goal of 200 is, I know it's probably not a lot to some people, but 200 subscribers to me is everything. Tells me what I'm doing is not in vain and that it's worth it, and people think I can somewhat make it. All right, going into our last round here. We're just trying to look after this left hip. It's a little sore today, but we're just going to keep at it. Nothing too crazy yet. All right. See, not bad there. Again, 12. Nothing to it but to do it. It's 12. Whew. That's it. I always get a little lightheaded by the end of them, but that's good. Moving on to extensions here. We upped the weight a bit here, so we're at 80, 90, 115 for extensions. A little heavier than we normally do on our hypertrophy days, where we're trying to get a lot of smooth, clean hold reps. Here we're going to go a little heavier and just try to get some real work put in. Okay. I'd like to have, when I do extensions, really tight, so I'm actually supporting the weight here. It never actually rests all the way down on the bar. Three more. One more. Oh, but yeah, when you start getting near the end of your leg day, there's just so much blood piled up in the legs. It's tough. Jeff, thanks, man. I appreciate the sub. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, buddy, we got 3 more sets there, 4 working sets, so a little more than normal, but I appreciate the sub. Again, anybody who subs, if you guys have a channel and it's public that you subbed, when I click on it, when I get out of here, I'll sub back. I appreciate you very much. Oh, my legs are just like killing me, dying full of blood. That's good. So I don't take as long of a rest on here. We'll only take about a minute to a minute and a half. And then we'll go back through it because, again, these are kind of like in isolation, not as much of a compound movement as the other stuff. So I don't get as winded and they can recover fairly quickly. Just catch our breath here. Yeah, I appreciate you all for being here. Love seeing our growth together. Again, you guys can meet me on all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all at Baddiedaddydiaries. And if you guys have any questions, you need help with a fitness program, nutrition, supplements, anything like that, hit me up there through DMs and I'll help you. I don't charge. I'm not selling programs or selling courses or anything like that. I just like to help people get fitter and been doing it a long time. Like to see people just get healthy and happy. All right, here we go. Second one. Oh, that's already burning. 10. Okay, 5 more. 1, 2. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, God. Oh. All right, 2 more. Just like to walk around. I'm between sets there and let some of that blood drain out. So let some of that pump go, but again, guys, appreciate you very, very much. Love to hear what you guys are most excited for in the upcoming cutting phase. No makeup. Now we don't want to pull. Yeah, we'll do some pulls, some of these, but actually, let me. Sorry, guys, just adding a question. Oh my God. Just a little one up in the top here. All right. Just a little quick question there. Have you guys subbed yet? Please let me know. And if not, yeah, if not, then please do. All right. 3rd set here. Oh. You get to the point where I just can't really feel my legs anymore, especially here on this last set. 2 more. Oh, God. Dying. Done and done. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Thank you. Going. One more. Yeah, that's what it's all about is just keep pushing and we're getting after it. So we have one more set left here on extensions, and then my calf raises I kind of do off screen, super boring. I've done them a few times here with my weighted vest. But yeah, basically I do high rep calves, always have, probably always will. I have the chunky guy calves from when I was a chunky kid. So it's always not been that hard for me to put size on my calves. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, I got like just normal kind of big guy calves or cankles, if you want to call them that. So I just do high rep, high volume, so burn them out. And that's what it's all about, I think, in my books. It's always kept my calves looking good. So one more. Wish I could say the same for my abs, but I can't. That's where I need a little more work, but I keep putting it on no matter what. The creatine is great for women overall health, cognitive health. Yes, so it's been long established that creatine is the safest next to protein powder, but like the safest supplement that you can use. It has the most amount of studies by a long country mile. So its safety is well figured out. Um, like even the stuff, I can't believe the stuff still exists where you hear people talking about kidneys and potential kidney damage with creatine. Not a thing, not even remotely. It's almost like the same as people saying artificial sweeteners are harmful. It's like there's absolutely zero evidence to that. But as far as for females, yes. So recent study, they did high creatine intake versus moderate creatine intake versus just what's established as like the good level of creatine intake. And at every level, um, females saw a reduction in symptoms of menopause, a reduction in both period side effects like cramping, heavy bleeding. Um, Sometimes they have like onset diarrhea and stuff when you have. I grew up with a single mom, guys, so this stuff never bothers me, just so you know. But onset of diarrhea and stuff during late menstrual cycle, all those symptoms were minimized, if not completely eliminated, with creatine supplementation in all three groups. And then they found the group that was taking moderate and high levels that, or had been taking it for an extended period of time, that instances of dementia were reduced. Um, what else? Dementia and Alzheimer's. Yes, Alzheimer's was also reduced. Um, Primarily, the worst kind of dementia was reduced. So there's multiple types. One is frontal temporal lobe, which is the one where you kind of lose your ability to basically rationale and you kind of lose all sense of who you are and memory and ability to empathize and stuff. So that was severely, or in a large portion of that study, everybody had a reduced chances of that. The big thing that they saw was that, sorry, I took a long break here, so I'm trying to, that people that already had, were in the early stages of Alzheimer's, that by supplementing with 10 grams a day, actually reduced the speed with which it progressed. And in some cases, they haven't gotten so far as to say that it's a treatment yet, but in some cases, they actually walked back the degree to which they had seen symptoms coming on. So as far as my recommendation, sorry. I'll kind of give you guys, oh God, the recommendation I give my wife and my father-in-law, actually. So my father-in-law is late 70s. My wife, I give her the same recommendation. Is if I could tell you anything, 5 grams of creatine daily, which is one scoop, just creatine monohydrate. Don't go out of your way to buy like creatine HCl. If you go to supplement stores and stuff, they will try. Hey, Mito, thanks for being here. They'll try to sell you creatine HCl or some kind of fancier creatine with a higher price tag on it. Unless creatine monohydrate upsets your stomach, which it most likely doesn't, because it's only about 1% of the population that gets that. You don't need any of that. Just creatine monohydrate. You can get a big bag at Costco for like 40 bucks and it lasts forever. And you do 5 grams a day. And I would do it with, for females, a scoop of collagen. That's what I tell my wife. We just have like an unflavored collagen powder. And you can do that in your coffee. You can do it in tea. You can do it in juice. Both of them are tasteless. So you can just mix them in, drink them. Collagen is going to just help with uterine lining and then nails, skin, hair, teeth, all the stuff you like, right? Joints. But main thing like uterine lining, if you're finding you're having menstrual cramping or it gets extreme, it'll help with the regeneration of that, regeneration of tissue, and then the creatine will just help with those symptoms and ATP production, which is what creatine does. The whole point why lifters use it, that's well studied and well fleshed out that we know for sure it does, is it increases the efficacy of which your body uses and produces ATP, adenine triphosphate, which is kind of the explosive early power when you're using your muscles to do anything. So thinking of a bench press, when you get the bottom here and you're trying to push that rep up and explode, your body is recruiting from ATP for that, and mostly in the earlier reps of the set. So yeah, anything to do to make your body more efficient with energy is great. There's also some peptides that could really help, but people are still in that weird gray area with peptides. So, and I'm still learning about it too, so I wouldn't feel as comfortable recommending there, but I am highly comfortable recommending saying that everybody on here, unless you're not 18 yet, you should be supplementing with 5 grams of creatine monohydrate a day. Full stop. Everybody. Females, I would also encourage you to either find an unflavored collagen powder, or if you don't eat breakfast and you want a little snack, get they're called Puff. Oh my god, how come I can't remember the name? I'm drawing a blank because my head's a little dizzy from lifting. They're called Puff protein bars, but they're mainly collagen protein. Thank you. I've added both creatine and collagen to my Costco shopping list. Awesome. Yeah, it's really good, and it'll take a while if the menstrual cycle thing is the issue, or early onset menopause, whatever you're dealing with. It'll take about consistently doing it daily as a practice. It takes about a month-ish or so before you start seeing your body kind of adapt. And if I could recommend anything else to you, just given what you're asking there, um, a good magnesium for basically like an hour to 2 hours before bedtime. Those are kind of my big supplements that would make a massive difference to kind of everybody's livelihood. Is creatine monohydrate, a good protein powder or collagen powder, and magnesium. You can get any number of good ones. I either use HD supplements, multi magnesium, or CanPrev, which is just a Canadian company. I'm a Canadian guy, so I like to support Canadian companies when I can. HD supplements is also a Canadian company. I'll keep talking because I love talking supplements and studies and stuff. So I'm going to keep talking as I do my calves here. But yeah, magnesium helps you relax, helps reduction of cortisol, helps you have a better, deeper sleep. So it's good for stress reduction, better quality sleep, and also helps with your body's natural detoxification processes, however you want to say that. So that's why I recommend that. And if you look at most of our grown food and stuff, over years, our soil and just the food in general has become deficient in like natural magnesium. And because of that, if you look at the vast population, the majority of people are deficient in magnesium. There isn't very many people that would go in and be good when it comes to magnesium. So yeah, I just find my quality of sleep is much, much better with it. And my stress levels are much, much better. Just doing some here. Speaking of Costco, I got to go to Costco either tonight or tomorrow. I'm almost out of chicken, which if you know me, that's a travesty. Cannot be out of chicken. Yeah, the two things that, like, in my world, I cannot be out of. I cannot be out of chicken. I cannot be out of eggs, and I cannot be out of what, oatmeal, I guess is the other one, or protein powder. Good thing is, thanks to my wife and my family, I'm never out of white rice, which is awesome. Because the old me, I was the only one who ate it in the house, so I would be always out of white rice. But now everybody eats it, so that's amazing. So we're on our last 10 here, so 30 reps per set here. Again, we got 16 pounds from the front, 16 pounds on the back, plus my body weight. So it's not super, super heavy. All right, so that's 30. Let's go. That's my beautiful wife. Let's go. Thanks for being here, beautiful. I appreciate you to no end. She can tell you, my wife can tell you, I talk about creatine all the time. I have it here. I talk about her using it, and she's been pretty good here and there. And collagen. Oh my God, I'm tired already. What is the name? My wife can probably tell you. What is the name of the Puff bars again? The actual name of the company, I forget. I know they're called Puff, but my brain is drawing a blank. They taste incredible for you guys if you are looking for a morning way to get your collagen with your creatine. The Puff bar, and then you could just drink your creatine in your coffee or whatever, is a good way to make sure you don't starve. Do you remember what they're called? Built. Oh my God, Built Puff. That's it. How could I forget that? See, maybe I need to up my creatine dose because apparently my brain's not functioning that well. Yeah, Built Puff bars is a good way. They're a protein bar, but they're mostly collagen. Um, and yeah, they're just tasty way. They almost taste like kind of a dessert. So in the morning, if you are typically don't eat breakfast, but you want something to support your metabolism and get collagen in, that would be a great way to do it on your morning commute. Just have a Built Puff bar and a coffee with some creatine in it, however you normally take your coffee. So I know my hand's up here, but I'm not actually holding any of my body weight with that hand, just so you guys know. It's just for more support because I'm clumsy and I will slip off the edge of this treadmill and roll my ankle, and we don't want that. Ten more here. It's another 30. I totally this. Nice. Yeah, they're delicious. And right now, I think Costco has I think there's 4 different flavors. They have 2 different boxes with 2 flavors. In my humble opinion, my wife probably won't agree with me here. I think the cookies and cream and the coconut are the best, but it works out for us because the 2 boxes, there's coconut and brownie together, and then the other box is cookies and cream and peanut butter cup. And I think my wife likes the brownie and the peanut butter cup, chocolate peanut butter. Yeah, so it kind of works out perfect because the 2 she likes are in each box, and then the ones that I like are in each box. So we can split the box when we get it. The chocolate peanut butter are good too, though. I have to give her that. They're very, very good. But I'm a cookies and cream and coconut guy. Coconut till I die for sure. All right, we got one more here, guys. I again appreciate you all being here and appreciate the subs and you guys following along. It means the world to me. We are moving towards 200. As you can see, I'm very, very blessed. I have an amazing family and loved ones around me that join the stream. Some people talk about when they start out with like some sort of new venture that they don't have much support from their circle. And I'm very blessed to say that that's not me. I do have support from the people in my circle and I love them very, very much. And that just makes it all worth it. Not to get too sentimental on you guys, but if you know me, my wife will tell you I'm a very sentimental, mushy guy. So it happens often, friends. It happens often. Oh, God. Calves are already burning. I find on these, so I mentioned always doing like high rep on calves. I find like my soleus, the middle of my foot, soleus in the end, the middle of my foot, like the plantar area, gets like quite a bit of discomfort near the end. I've always thought about maybe going to see that's it. Forget what they're called, one of the special foot doctors to see if there's like something going on there. Cause yeah, I've always had that. I'm not really sure what that is. But form seems good. Calves still grow. Feel it the next day in the calves. So that's all you can ask for, right? But thanks everybody for being here. I hope some of the comments were insightful. Again, if you guys have any questions about nutrition, supplements, workout programs, anything like that, you can hit me up on any one of my socials. I'm not charging for programming or courses or anything like that. Just like to help people out. Sorry, excuse me. I appreciate all the subs and the love and everybody being here. Love you guys back. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow for cardio in the early morning and push upper body day in the afternoon. Okay. Love you guys. Have a great Wednesday. Bye.